This is Love from Mari today. This is not scripted. Today I just wanted to talk about something that I watched and kind of gave me a reason to make a video about it. Actually had me highly pissed off, but you know, I'm not gonna particularly say what video it was, but I guess just try to be on a relatable level. But I decide I'm just gonna speak on my own experience. You feel me? Everybody can only go for their experience. You feel me? Everybody's not gonna feel the same thing. What you're gonna feel is not the same way I feel about it. You know? It was a video about being a ugly friend, quote unquote, and their experiences on that, and not being fully focused on or not getting attention for the most part, right? And I understand it sucks, so I'm gonna just speak on my level of how bad it kind of sucks, but it gets better. First thing is just to say, it's just not your moment right now. You feel me? You don't want to label yourself something so early in your life, like a ugly friend. I feel like you set yourself up for failure almost, you know? You gotta first, at that point, just accept your own flaws, right? Do as best as you can. Try to dress nice. Try to smell good. Keep your social distance from people, you know? If you're around people and they say, like, you look like this or you look like that, I know that's hard, especially being in, like, a school setting, which that's basically what I'm talking about. Being in, like, school settings or whatever. Or being around classmates and they're just, like, you can just kind of tell, like, who's going to be the asshole sometimes. Because you could be minding your own business in class. Doing your work, you talking to your people, and they come out of nowhere, you know? It's always them fucking public schools, too. You don't, this shit don't happen in private schools. Okay. I'm telling you, it never happens. So, I had, like, one friend at the time, and it was in, like, a biology class. And I would say we weren't the best good-looking guys. I mean, people, you know. I mean, it's fucking 6th grade, right? And you kind of can just tell who family is more financially stable than the other, because of the clothes they wear, shoes, everything. I remember when I first got my little pair of Feli short, like lows, right, man, because they just came out or whatever. I thought these shoes was ass, really. I wore them with like some nice cool shoes, and like everybody was on my dick, and they weren't even no Jordans. They weren't even shoes I wanted, right? So it was basically just like getting some shit that just came out or some trending ass shoes. Like, I don't want those. And then like whole other bunch of kids got the same shoes, like red, white, red and white, right? So that kind of just gave me a level of how things were going, right? I don't think no one wants to hear about that long ass reason or whatever, right? But basically, I had my own table or whatever. It was called the rejects table. That's literally what it was called. It was a big ass long. It was basically like a lunch table, a big ass lunch table, right? And it had like at least 10 to 12 people just sitting at the table, just fucking around, like just. And we had smart kids too. We had like 4-5 smart kids. Rest of them all dumbasses, including me, right? So, and it was at the end of the day, so it just made it way better. Cause what the fuck teacher gonna say? It's the end of the day. What you tripping for, right? So every day felt like a Friday at the end of the period. It was mostly called the rejects for the fact of these people didn't have a lot of friends just like myself for a while, right? And because of that, we got picked on the most. We were almost like a target. We are basically standing out, right? Anytime we would say something, outcast, there you go. Anytime we would say something, niggas would just be like, shut the fuck up, right? And we just shut the fuck up. You feel me? These are like girls, like girls or whatever. And they were like loud, very, very loud. I'm not going to use that word, because that's a very derogatory word that I'm not going to use. And we know we're both. I
wasn't going to say.
No, I'm just saying. I'm not going to use that word. So it was always chaotic with them. And we couldn't. And even what was funny, they'll come to our table every once in a while just to like be funny. Like on a insulting funny. Like, look who I'm with. I'm with the geeks and all, like, whatever, right? Like the rejects were. So it was kind of fucked up. You know, it was fucked up. We made a whole table to have fun, and these niggas fucked everything up. Am I gonna blame them? No, I'm not gonna do that, right? Here's the main thing that I want to get to, right? Because I'm morally speaking on where I saw my value into this school, right? The whole point of public school sometimes is to just socialize and get in your own group, right? Because they have basketball, they have football, they have all these things put you in areas to be social, right? Nowadays, it doesn't do that. Life doesn't really push you to do that unless you're going out. Now, if you're an adult, as of myself, you can only choose to stay inside, right? And then you might even lose your social skills, right? You might forget how to order a pizza because you don't know how to talk and order. I've seen it before. People don't know how to do that. And it's nothing towards them. You know, it's not making fun of them. But it's a process, right? You have to take certain processes to get around people that make you feel good, right? Compliment you. Like, hey, you look good, bro. You put it on this time. You know, I wasn't that type of guy sometimes, you know. But my friends always knew that we were there for each other. Funny enough, I remember there was a new kid, and his name was Malik. Shout out to Malik. It was his first day, and I remember he just seemed like he was not saying nothing, or like he was sitting by a table by himself. And I was like the first guy to just like be like, yo, you look cool, man. Like, what's up? You know, whatever. And we was cool, bro. We done added another nigga at the reject table. So now we got 13, and we were getting picked on like a motherfucker. Me and him. Every day it was something. Every day it would not stop. Because with him I felt more confident to shit talk. Cause it was like he was funny, but he wouldn't let nobody pick on him either. Right? So it was, I'm not gonna say what it is, but it was a certain girl that would come to our table and just start doing random stuff, right? And he was just not like, he just wasn't gonna just deal with what what was gonna be done to him, right? Or whatever. It wasn't like no crazy shit, like getting beat on or nothing, but it was just like constant wanting to argue with us, right? Or wanted to just like, just be rude to us. I want to get to the real part of like, me being the ugly friend, right? Or whatever, right? I end up meeting this guy named Justin. Shout out to, me and her know what Justin is, right? He gotta be the funniest nigga I've ever met in my life, basically. Behind Malik, of course. And this is where things are kind of gonna make more sense, where I can speak from real experience, right? And Justin, in my opinion, and when I was in school, was just the cool guy. Period, point blank, right? Not only was he a cool guy, but he was a good-looking guy, and he made jokes. True. Right? When I started hanging out with him, I didn't know him till like the end of the year, like eighth grade. So when I started talking with him or whatever, we was cool. We all three of us, me, Malik, and Justin, were all cool people. They knew. What they weren't familiar was with me. You feel me? They weren't familiar with me at all. It was really only Malik and my friend Justin. So when they were hanging out or like making jokes, like, cause everybody, when you get in the class, everybody knows who the clown ass nigga is, right? Mm-hmm. They know, like, oh my god, it's this nigga. Oh, he's finna. And of course, nigga, I was waiting for Justin too. I'm like, go ahead, bro. We gonna need us a little comedy stand, bro. Math class boring as fuck. We need a nigga that's gonna do dumb shit. You feel me? So he gets in, and it's like people get offended that I started sitting by him, right?
Because, like, he's the popular guy.
Yeah, it's like he was basically...
People get off just knowing him, be like, bragging about, oh, I know him. Mm-hmm. Like...
People were more excited that they knew who Justin was, right? Even in, like, a little bit of high school, it was still like that, right? So, it was weird and odd for everybody. I'm supposed to be a fucking loser. I'm supposed to be a fucking weirdo, right? I'm sitting next to this nigga, and I could just see the eyes, like, what the fuck is this nigga doing? You feel me? I felt like the nigga from that one movie, like, right?
Not the popular kid with the loser.
Right. That's what I'm saying, bro. So I really feel like that one movie where we watched with old girl and Nick Cannon.
Oh my god.
Yeah, bro, just like, yeah,
Love
I'm
no
not.
custody.
Yeah, walking through that hallway, like, who is this nigga? Who the fuck is this nigga, bro? So, anytime I was around him, I was just getting picked on. I was getting told about. It was just one girl that was just weird, like, just didn't understand why I was here at all. And she was like, I remember one time when she was like, because Justin was cool enough to go to my classrooms and hang out at our rejects table and just fuck around. But it was like I could never sit with him at all. And I'm not trying to be like a dick riding dude. It was more the fact of, imagine if you can hang out with your friend because somebody wants to put a status on you, basically, right? You can't sit with him because we say he's a cool guy and you're a loser, right? That's fucked up.
That sounds like racism.
It do sound like some type of fucking segregation. And I remember one time, right? It was the last day of school, and this is funny. It was the last day of school, and I'm chilling with Justin and his friend. And it's this dude named Joe. Fuck, I shouldn't even said his name. Fuck. Well, I'm gonna have to find a beep sound effect or something to beep his name out. But classes change every semester, you know, shit happens, right? My classes end up getting rotated with Justin, and I kept getting the same bullies. I kept getting the same bullies. Like, they wouldn't stop, bro. It was like they were purposely putting Justin with these women. I'm sitting next to dude, and we were basically just trying to pay attention now. I mean,
Right.
you know, everybody's still we finna fail, but we are still cracking jokes, whatever, right? It's like seven rows across. We in the very back.
Right.
Like, we
tables.
can't. Yeah, because when we're watching videos, you're not allowed to be at the front because they say you can't see or whatever. It's fine. Sat in the very back. 7 rows. You feel me? Justin's in the very first row on the top.
Okay.
Right. So I basically had to walk, and it was like 3 different tables with like these girls, right? And one of them was like my top bully, really. You feel me? She had a bounty on me every time I hit the classroom, right? So
maybe she secretly liked you.
I don't know. I don't know what it was. It could have been that. I don't know. I see 7 things. I'm like, damn, I gotta walk across all this shit, bro, just to hang out with my friend. So I gotta get first to 4 tables, and her table is 2 rows behind his, the 5th row, my nigga. So I'm walking past 4 of these people. I'm like, what's up? And the teacher basically is like, you're not gonna do nothing dumb. Like, yeah. And she's like, what the fuck are you doing? Basically, it's like a fucking movie, and it's unfortunate also. But she was just basically like saying, like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what are you getting up for? Are you sitting over there, huh? You sitting over there? Why? Finally get to the table, right? And I'm sitting there, and his friend, I've never seen ever, Joe, just basically fucking tries to trip me, right? I'm like, what the fuck is this nigga doing, bro? And I'm sitting there, and I'm talking to him or whatever. This nigga basically turns around and starts putting his hands on me, like, just weird, like just doing weird stuff, like kicking my knees and shit. He's basically kicking my knee, and I'm like, bro, what is you doing? We trying to pay attention. We trying to watch the biology, nigga. He's just kicking me, touching me, or just doing weird shit. Just doing really weird activities.
It sounds kind of gay.
And yeah, so I kick this nigga back, right? I'm like, bro, can you fuck? Like, I kick him like, we not saying nothing. We looking at each other doing this. No words were said.
Mm-hmm.
We just kicking each other. And I'm like, bro, can you stop? And then I pushed this nigga. And then he punched me in my chest, basically. So I get up and I just like I swing. So I'm like, what the fuck? You just hit me. You started this, right? So we get to fight in the middle of the table. This shit didn't turn into an ugly friend to a whole fucking fight. We're now fighting in the middle of the table or whatever. We basically wrestle. We didn't even throw hands. I basically dropped this nigga into a table. And I got suspended, but he didn't on the last day. Right? And I just got out of like a strong ass ISS. It was because of like exactly. So they're ready to actually expel me.
Oh wow.
Exactly. So That was what was even crazy. They're ready to expel me for that, anyways. And maybe I need to make this just a better summary. Is that no one is particularly a ugly friend. I hope we can stop this ugly friend thing. Everything just takes a process. Think about it like this: when you get out the womb, do you expect to be cute? No, your fucking face is all scrunched up. You got your fucking face is bloated. Like,
okay, wait, bro.
You see what I'm saying?
Wait.
What?
Hold all the way up.
What?
You can be the ugly friend with you when you with like a group of people, but when you alone, you might not seem ugly to anybody. That makes sense.
What do you mean?
Like, you can still look good by yourself.
Of course, that's what. I'm not saying that you can't be. I'm saying don't label yourself as an ugly friend, like, at all. I'm saying look at it as a process, right? I look absolutely good now.
I mean, at least you know, like, what people will go for you and stuff. Like,
me?
In general, like, I feel like if you were an ugly friend, you know who and who's not gonna like you.
Right, yeah, there was a lot of people that I just probably just didn't like me, but also knew that I was just weird. You just gotta take a process, man. That's all it is. When you're like in high school, bro, I'll say sophomore year, bro, none of that shit even matters. You start realizing that shit doesn't matter at all. You start realizing you're gonna dress how you wanna dress, you're gonna look how you wanna look. No one's gonna care, right? You know? Middle school is middle school, right? Middle school niggas was doing shit they were supposed to do.
Middle school is just stupid, I swear to God.
Everyone that looks at this video with love, man. I hope you work better on yourself, you feel me? Do whatever you can, you know, to make yourself feel good, right? Be around people that make you feel good. Make you feel loved and appreciated, right? Because sometimes a lot of people don't feel appreciated. And that is a big part of, like, looks. If you're told that you're ugly all the time or something, or you're an ugly friend, you're not gonna feel fairly appreciated.
Man, just don't change yourselves for nobody. I feel like that's very important.
Period. Right? Hope you guys have a great day, man.